This video will go over how to use the Create Profile Samples button to automatically create contiguous profile samples in FUDSChem's event management tool. At the beginning of a project, your sampling event can be planned under Tools, Data, Event Management. Doing so gives you access to event tracking reports. It also starts to populate your chem field file, which allows you to automatically generate chains of custody. For detailed information on planning your sampling event, please review our event management tutorial video. For more information on the event tracking reports, please refer to our event tracking reports overview video. For information on the chem field file and chains of custody, please refer to our field sampling chem field entry tutorial. These videos are linked in the description. Let's go to Tools, Data, Event Management. On the Assign Locations tab, we've already finished assigning our locations. On the Assign Methods tab, we've already finished assigning our methods. Let's go to the Assign Field Samples tab. We will make sure we have the correct event selected and click Add Edit Samples. We will highlight the desired locations in the list at the top to get them to show up in the grid below. Let's say for these 4 locations, we will be drilling a 20-foot borehole and we'll be taking samples every 5 feet. Our sample segments will be 1 foot long. If we were doing this by hand, we could use the Copy Rows button to make multiple copies of each location, then manually adjust the depths and sample names. However, it is preferable to automate this process by using the Create Profile Samples button. Let's click this button. As a note, if you need information on this interface, you can click the question mark icon for a description. We'll go over each field now. First, we'll choose which locations will require profile sampling by highlighting them in the upper left. Next, we'll fill out the fields in the upper right. We'll be taking a sample at the surface, then at 5 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet, and 20 feet. Therefore, our number of samples to create is 5. The sampling interval is every 5 feet. Since our first sample will be taken at ground surface, the starting sampling depth is 0. Our sample segments will be 1 foot long, so the sampling length is 1. The bottom half of the interface allows us to automatically name our samples. Let's say we want our sample names to include the location name, a dash, a time frame indicator, another dash, and the depth of the sample. We'll include our location ID in the sample name by choosing it in the columns dropdown and clicking the down arrow. It automatically adds a dash for us, since the delimiter field includes a dash. Next, we'll add our time frame indicator, 2Q23, which indicates the second quarter of 2023. We'll add another plus and another dash, following the example that came before. As for the depth, we'll check the box for auto increment, so the numbers will be automatically added after our last dash. We'll also check the box for reset increments by location, so that each location starts at 0. Our starting increment value will be the number added to our first sample. Since that will be our surface sample, we'll choose 0. Our increment by will be 5, so our samples will end in 0, 5, 10, and so on. Click Create. We'll need to refresh the locations to be able to see our changes. We can do so by changing what is checked in the Locations dropdown. Let's uncheck all locations except our first one. We can see that the samples are shown with the correct sample depths and sample IDs automatically populated. The 5-foot sample is listed at the end because the sorting looks at the 2 in 20 and recognizes that 5 comes after 2. If we want to change the sorting, we can add a 0 before the 5. When we click Save Changes, the order is updated. Note that there is a blank row left over at the top. This gives us a space to easily add more samples if we need to. For example, if we had a water sample associated with this boring in addition to our soil samples, we could add it here. In this case, we won't need our extra sample, so we could delete it. For the sake of efficiency, let's select all of our locations in the dropdown. We can see that all of them follow the same pattern. We'll select all of our blank rows, then click Delete Rows. From here, we can use the checkbox at the top to select all rows, and the dropdowns in the upper right to fill out the matrix, lab, sampler, sample type, sampling method, and sampling status. We do this by choosing the desired option in the dropdown and clicking the plus button to add it below. Our event management tutorial, linked in the description, gives more detail on the process. The remarks field and the sampler name field can be filled out by hand, or by using the column to replace option at the bottom. We will leave these blank for now. Click Save Changes. At this point, we could continue with creating a ChemField file and generating a chain of custody for these samples. For more information, please refer to our field sampling ChemField entry tutorial, linked in the description. Don't forget to subscribe to the FUDSChem YouTube channel for more tutorial videos. All of the tutorials and playlists mentioned during this video are linked in the description below. Lastly, if you have questions or comments, feel free to contact us at fuds.support@synectics.net. Thank you.